UFO! He's been working on that for a month, and I have standards. They might not be high, but I do have them. Wow, I did not expect this game to be this awesome. I lost track of how long I was playing this numerous of times. Destroy Humans 2 Reprobed is a remake of the PS2 title, where this game takes a mick out of everything, with its sense of humour, where it parodies the US, Britain, Russia, China. And I can't forget the back of the cover. It says, "Make war, not love." That is so crypto. Takes the piss out the Cold War too, and either has a warning label at the start of the menu that some audience might find this game offensive. That's when I knew that this game is going to be awesome. You take control of Crypto's 138, not 137 now, where he's dead, but Furon's cloned themselves, so you're the next one down the line. And Crypto's still that lovable, charming character as ever, with his adult jokes and other jokes and weird jokes. The sarcastic ones. For the campaign, it's been some time from the first game, where this game takes place in 1969, and it starts off with the Soviet Union in a room talking about crypto and how the Americans haven't noticed that their president had been replaced by an alien. While in the meantime, Crypto's dancing away without a care in the world because he's got his genitalia back from harvesting the Furon DNA from the first game. Then the Soviets launch an all-out attack on Pox's mothership, blowing it up into smithereens. And after that, you see them trying to take out Cryptos too, and that's where Crypto starts off his adventure of revenge and find out that they're not really the main enemy of the game, what's been pulling the strings all along throughout the campaign. For the controls, I found them nice and smooth, except it did take me a bit of time to learn the D-pad powers, where it just shows the third or fourth icon, and I got a bit mixed up at the times because of it, although after the first chapter I got used to the D-pad controls. Crypto no longer takes on a hologram human form anymore, he just straight out possesses people now. And if Crypto stays in their body too long, they start acting weird and alerting other humans that something's not quite right with them. I found this system better than the Holobob from the first game, where this one made it more fun for me, especially when I got to talk to someone and a scene plays and you're in their body with Crypto's voice.
Revelade sounds yummy to the tummy, so where do I get me some?
That's the best part! Our brothers and sisters are about to deliver the final batch of Revelade to our leader, Coyote Bongwater! He's gonna pour it into the bay! Soon the masses are gonna be begging us to lead them in revolution!
Those Revelade trucks could be a serious pain in my ass, and I haven't blown anything up for at least 10 minutes.
I found the combat fun, especially with the new weapons and their upgrade paths and the two types of upgrades that you can do. One is with the DNA by finding certain enemies and sucking them up through your saucer to inject you with a new ability like stronger telekinesis. And the other is getting these green cells from doing main missions and side missions to put into weaponry or your saucer. The wanted level makes a return like in the first game, and you can also unlock new landing zones around the map, and there are collectibles as well on each level. For the AI, it's alright, they do what they're supposed to do. Nevertheless, I never felt like that they were brilliant. They were all easily defeated, although I think that this was meant to be like this, just to make it that over the top fun. With all the weapons that you get to play with, especially that disc thrown gun, what makes them go The other one what I had fun with was the worm monster gun, what I unlocked by collecting these 30 artifacts and doing the cult side missions. That gun kind of reminds me of Tremors. There's a new free love weapon what makes people and inanimate objects dance. I found myself using this instead of the forget ability when my wanted level was high enough. It's just like, dance and possess that character, and they kind of forgot that they just saw me. To get that full free love dance, Crypto has to get a certain amount of people dancing. That's when everything goes groovy. Or I should say, take it Earthworm Jim. Or Ash.
Vision!
There are dialogue options, and most of the time they're just here for fun, to hear what Crypto says, and now and again they do mean something that can end in a mission failure, like get the suitcase off the KGB agent, and my favourite one's got to be giving a speech to the astronauts, and saying they take away your vodka! Yeah, that's not going to apply.
They've taken over your entire government!
Comrade Leonid is perhaps watching too much American television.
They're giant freaking lobsters from outer freaking space!
We are seeing long-term psychological effects of space travel. Poor Leonid.
They're taking away your vodka!
Ah! This is being outrage. Anything else can be endured if we are having vodka.
But then we get to the Pièce de Resistance. It's when I was facing Godzilla as a boss fight in Japan. I love the fact that I've got to fight Godzilla! Well, the boss fights themselves are not really that difficult, especially when I found out their pattern or their weakness. However, I found them very creative and I enjoyed defeating them, every single one of them. Mainly on the Godzilla one. For the main missions, I thought they were nicely done, but the ones that stand out for me was when I was on the moon protecting that Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin from getting destroyed as they land on the moon and deliver the weapon without knowing it. The game doesn't really say who these two are supposed to be, it leaves it up to you to connect the dots, and the other one was when I was trying to escape after a speech and all these aliens start shooting everywhere and it plays a song as I try and get out of there. It was just really catchy, that song, and went well with the atmosphere. I was like really glued to the game then. As for the side missions, I found them a lot of fun also, and have been approved upon from the first game, where Crypto can start a cult of worshipping Fulia and all the crazy things around it, and the ninjas just making fun of Crypto and slowly starts getting him annoyed with them. I think the cult missions were the best side missions compared to the others in the game. I really did like the ninja ones though. To add to the replay value, you can go back and replay missions, and to top it off, you can add mutations that go against Crypto or with Crypto, like infinite ammo or giant head mode. It's like, yeah, I'm going to go back and try some of these. I like that he imported Crypto's outfits from the first game and all the new ones for me to unlock as well in this game. And I will admit that, well, a brilliant addition to the game, where it seems to know that I've just wanted to unlock all these outfits now, and you unlock these by doing missions and side objectives in the missions and getting that 100% completion mark as well. I just loved unlocking these new outfits to play in Crypto's missions and seeing him in these little outfits. I never thought that the sandbox map was too small or too big. It was just right, and the level seems to be better designed in general, with the little attention to details, like the bird shit on top of the roof under the TV antenna. They definitely got that right in Ambient. And I love that I got to explore other countries in this game this time around as well. And Japan just looks amazing in some parts with its breathtaking views. I just loved how they expanded this world that I'm in. And the moon base with its low gravity and the domes just looks stunning. And I did stop a few times to admire the view on some of the levels. There was so much details on these maps. I found myself appreciating every map that I came across. And I can't forget that all the maps have destructible environments where I could completely level the whole map if I wanted to, and create carnage in a sandbox map. Unfortunately, there were bugs in this game what I encountered. At one point there was a person underneath the map who I had to kill, and I had to restart the mission there. And there's clamping issues with the snow and texture poppings at times, what I experienced as well. I still like the cartoony style, yet the characters can look a bit stiff at times, mainly on the face. However, most of the time while I was playing this, I very rarely noticed it. It was just only now and again, where it does a good job of blending into the style of the game. I thought the cutscenes were nicely done, but the ones what I liked the most was when Crypto broke the fourth wall at times, like when he's setting up this radio out of junk and starts saying something and then says to the camera, we couldn't get the rights to it.
I guess I can make this thing into a communicator array. Now, what do I use for a quantum spin resonator? Aha! Yeah, this doohickey ought to work, as long as it doesn't fall off. Now for the, what the hell is this? They call this a particle burst accelerator? The sensor cell connects to the focal plane connects to the plasma beam. I know you're waiting for me to sing the damn song. I ain't doing it. I got standards. They may not be high, but I got them. Also, we couldn't get the rights.
That scene just made me burst out laughing, and I loved it when Crypto does an auto-translation of the British language with his little computer on his arm, and it means fish and chips. It's like, yeah, I could go for that right now. As for characters, I love the redesign of them. They look awesome. A lot of the characters stand out with their own personality, and the way our Crypto starts flirting at times towards Natalia, and her response did make me laugh at times quite a bit.
I've had wet dreams it weren't this good.
And then there's Potts, who I thought was well written as well, and how Crypto mocks him where he's got a body now where Potts hasn't. Another thing what I liked was the villain and the way he kept on going on about his grand master plan. And then he just go on about through the dialogue, and then he goes, grand master plan. He's like, oh, alright, I'll buy it. What is your grand master plan? I just loved the chemistry what the game had with its characters. As for the voice acting, it's remarkable and kept to the original game, and I think they tweaked it just a bit to make it that more crisp. However, I can't be 100% sure on that. For how long the game is, I clocked on 23 hours, although I did do a lot of the side content, so I thought that the game was a decent length for me, and I could see myself going back to it later on. Yeah, I could see this game being completed in half that time if I did nothing but the main missions. I would say there's only a little bit of a tone down going on here from the original game. Again, it's only a little. To my knowledge, I encountered this twice, is that when I started the game, when Crypto is dancing, in the PS2 game, he's thrusting away a bit because he's got his package back. And in the remake, he's not really doing that. It kind of makes the Joker seem a bit flat. And the other thing that they changed is the ending, but kept to the original recorded lines. However, in the original scene, it ended up as a sex joke where they were both in the saucer and she says this line. Except in the new one, she looks at the spaceship instead, and it makes that joke a bit flat again. And they're on a beach, but in all, I think the ending was better where Crypto sends Potts flying in the new ending. Oh, and I almost forgot that there's a Risk minigame of Space Invaders, what's on Crypto's arm, but it's in the opposite way round. So in the end, I thought the remake was nicely done and kept to the spirit of the PS2 title. So have you played Destroy Humans 2 Reprobed? What do you think of it? Leave it in the comments below. Until next game, I'm off.